On October 9th, 2012, 15-year-old Malala Yousafzai's life was forever changed. Upon boarding her school bus in a northwest district known as Swat, a Taliban gunman pointed a Colt .45 at her and fired 3 shots. One of the shots hit the center of her forehead, traveled the length of her face, and hit her shoulder. Almost immediately, her story caught international condemnation as the young teenager tenaciously fought for her life. On July 12, 2013, Malala presented this speech at the first ever youth takeover of the UN, making it the first public speech since being attacked by the Taliban. Malala's commencement address, a speech given by Malala Yousafzai on July 12, 2013. Today, it is an honor for me to be speaking after a long time. Being here with such honorable people is a great moment in my life. I don't know where to begin my speech, and I don't know what people are expecting me to say. But first off, thank you to God, for whom we are all equal. And thank you to every person who has prayed for my fast recovery and new life. I cannot believe how much love people have shown me. I have received thousands of good wish cards and gifts from all over the world. Thank you to them. Thank you to the children whose innocent words encouraged me. And thank you to my elders whose prayers strengthened me. Dear sisters and brothers, do remember one thing. Malala Day is not my day. Today is the day of every woman, every boy, and every girl who has raised their voice for their rights. There are hundreds of human rights activists and social workers who are not only struggling for human rights, but who are struggling for the rights of education, peace, and equality. Thousands have been killed by the terrorists, and millions have been injured. I am just one of them. So here I stand, one girl amongst many. I speak not for myself, but for all boys and girls. I raise my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard, those who have fought for their rights, their right to live in peace, their right to be treated with dignity, their right for equality of opportunity, their right to be educated. Dear friends, on the 9th of October 2012, the Taliban shot me on the left side of my forehead. They shot my friends too. They thought the bullets would silence us, but they failed. And out of that silence came thousands of voices. The Taliban thought they could change my aims and stop my ambitions, but nothing changed in my life except this. Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died. Strength, power, and courage was born. I am the same Malala. My ambitions are the same. My hopes are the same. And my dreams are the same. Dear sisters and brothers, I am not against anyone. Neither am I here to speak in terms of personal revenge against the Taliban or any other terrorist group. I am here to speak of the right of education for every child. I want education for the sons and daughters of all extremists, especially the Taliban. We realize the importance of light when we see darkness. We realize the importance of our voice when we are silenced. In the same way, when we are in Swat, the north of Pakistan, we realized the importance of pens and books when we saw the guns. The wise saying, "The pen is mightier than the sword," is true. The extremists are afraid of books and pens. The power of education frightens them. They are afraid of women. The power of a voice of a woman frightens them. And that is why they killed 14 innocent medical students in the recent attack in Quetta. And that is why they killed many female teachers and social workers in the FATA. And that is why they are blasting schools every single day, because they were and they are afraid of change. Afraid of the equality it will bring to our society. Dear sisters and brothers, we are focusing on women's rights because women are the ones who are suffering the most. There was a time when women relied on men to fight for their rights, but this time we should do it ourselves. I'm not telling men to step away from the picture. Rather, I'm telling women it is time to be independent. So now is the time to speak up. So today, we call upon our world leaders to change their strategic policies in favor of peace and prosperity. We call upon all governments to fight against terrorism and violence and to protect their children from brutality and harm. We call upon our sisters around the world to be brave, to be strong, and to realize their full potential. We want schools and education for every child's bright future. We will continue our path towards peace and education for everyone. No one can stop us. We will speak for our rights and we will bring change through our voice. We must believe in the power of our words. Our words can change the world. Dear brothers and sisters, we must not forget that millions of children are still out of school. And we must not forget that millions of children are still suffering from poverty, injustice, and ignorance. And we must not forget that millions of children are still waiting for a bright, peaceful future. So let us wage a global struggle against illiteracy, poverty, and terrorism. And let us pick up our books and pens, for they are our most powerful weapons. One child, one teacher, one pen and one book can change the world. Education is the only solution. Education is first. Thank you.